Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Well, it's another wonderful moment. We've got another video on Umar. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because it sounds like drama, he's headed back to child support court, okay, with one of the mothers of the children. I think it might be the youngest one. The second thing is regarding the drama of, I believe, the oldest daughter of the one who posted the video, how she tried to reach out to him. He ignored her and she was trying to find her younger sister. Well, he's made it clear. It seems like he pretty much blames the mother. Let's go ahead and listen to this video. Listen to Dr. Umar Johnson's response, okay, and what he's saying about his situation. This is just one of the things that he addressed recently.
Why is my youngest daughter's mother communicating with my oldest daughter, but you're blocking my communication with my youngest daughter, although we have to go back to child support because your greedy ass wants more money?
So the child support situations are not over. If you notice in the first video of the young lady who came and brought it to the forefront, she did say she was communicating with her younger sister's mother, and she would contact her when she was out of school. So that issue right there, I don't know what the age of the child is, but obviously he's headed back to child support. And he's saying she wants more money. Is it that she wants more money, or is maybe she has an increase in expenses? Look at inflation. Look at the cost of food, the cost of clothing, health insurance. I don't have all the details, but everything is going up except the paychecks. And in this case, I would like to say, I would imagine maybe everything is going up except that child support.
Daughter, but you're blocking my communication. Please tell me that wasn't a man. Why is my youngest daughter's mother communicating with my oldest daughter, but you're blocking my communication with my youngest daughter, although we have to go back to child support because your greedy ass wants more money?
So that right there is not uncommon for child support to be adjusted. I've heard about it, as men, other party who pays it makes more money. That's not uncommon. It can also possibly go the other way. I've heard of a person who went on child support and then lost a job. He was on the unemployment benefits. So it's not uncommon for the adjustments to occur. That's my understanding. But I can just pretty much tell from this right here, this is probably not going to go too well. They probably cannot come to an agreement. And it may be, I don't think both parties are going to be communicating on an amicable basis.
Your greedy ass wants more money. Now, brothers and sisters.
Oh, what was that all about? Oh my God, what did he say?
One thing that 15 years of being number one has taught me. One thing that being number one for 15 years has taught me. The worst thing you can do is try and explain yourself to the Negro self-hating community. So I will not be doing that. I will not be doing that. And if you bother me at all with any questions about something that is none of your business, you will be blocked and entered into the book of Negroes.
Now, I want to say this. He's already addressed the issue, I think. There's quite a few videos on this, but I just think from the get-go, the fact that his daughter, which he has not denied, his princess, the fact that his daughter says she tried to communicate with him prior and she was ignored, that speaks volumes. I just wish for the life of Umar Johnson, his professional career, for his daughter, for the sake of humanity, if he would have maybe had some contact, because maybe just then it would have gone this far. She said she was ignored. So if that's the case, just should have addressed it head on. Maybe it wasn't going to be pleasant. Guess what? When you have allegedly, I'll say, create a fatherless home and you're not there for your children, or maybe you're a father, but you maybe not as active, or maybe the relationship has been tainted, it never existed. You have to know this day is going to come. At some point, this day may come. And the sad thing is, it's played out on social media.
And the reason I'm not going to waste my time is, as I've already said, most of you are not looking for the truth. You are looking for a good laugh. Many of you Negro males, you are jealous because you are not me. You are jealous that you don't have the credentials or the following. You are jealous because you haven't made 1% of the impact I've made on the African race.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that the people are indeed jealous? Do you think, and it could be, that's possibly, but with regard to the followers, the money raised, the credentials, that's possible. I'll give you that. That's a possibility. Somebody might be. But at this point, the issue that he's facing right now is beyond the credentials. It's beyond the following. What he's facing right now, from what I see, it's just total embarrassment. Total embarrassment. Total. It's been so much drama behind the school. $1 million raised, and they say $2 million raised, and then there's a school, but there's no pupils. I knew this was a major undertaking. There are rumors now, so many videos that I've received. It's like, wow, they're saying that, that he is homeless, which I just cannot understand. They're saying that one vloggers saying that he's homeless, and reportedly, I do not know this to be true, so I cannot confirm or deny, living with the mother and sleeping in, I cannot, this is a big dude, sleeping in a closet, his mom's closet, in mama's closet. Surely there's a room. So it's like, wow, again, I can't confirm or deny it, but there's so much information out there. So I don't think anyone is jealous of the situation that he's facing now, but could they be jealous about his credentials and all that? Possibly. Now, I want to go ahead, let's go ahead and get to this part here where he's speaking, and the daughter that brought the video out, that is spoken out, she's 22 years old, has her own mind, okay? And it sounds like to me that he's blaming the mother. Okay, so check this out, and I want to know what you all think.
For those of you with a little bit of common sense, I think y'all have heard enough from my princess. Y'all have seen enough from me that if you got a little bit of common sense, you will already know what this is all about. If you just got a little bit of common sense, you can decipher. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm sure me and the oldest princess of Pan-Africanism will work this out eventually. I'm sure that myself and the oldest princess of Pan-Africanism, we will work it out. I would never be upset with my own child. I love my babies. We're going to work this out. We're going to work this out. The princess of Pan-Africanism and the prince, we're going to be all right. Just give it some time. Let her work through her situation, and everything's going to be all right. No, I'm not going to have my daughter join it live because it's none of your business. Here we go again. It's none of your business. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to transform you.
At this point, I'm going to tell you,
work it out.
It's
the only person I'm really upset with.
Now listen to this right here. He's made it clear, and he seems very confident in his assessment that they will work things out. Okay? Listen, if you will, very carefully to this part here.
So we're going to work it out. The only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle, the only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle is her mother. Wow. Is her mother. I'm disappointed that her mother would let our child Filled with the lies and misinformation she gave her, I am upset and disappointed that her mother would let our child get on the internet and conduct herself like that, knowing she's the reason we're in this situation. Now, that's flat out wrong.
So he is obviously blaming the mother of his daughter for this to happen. The girl is 22 years old. She can make her own decision. And she, whether she was influenced, I cannot confirm or deny. However, here's the thing, as I told my friend of mine, here's my thing. As I told a friend of mine who had a baby with Becky, and that's a different video because I thought about it. Maybe he stayed away because in that circumstance, Becky did get herself attacked by one of her men, and she tried to blame it on the black man and say, "Oh, he did it," and it's like he was in a whole other state. Okay, but I told him, you just can't pop out of nowhere and say it's going to be all, it's going to be all great. So here's my thing. I understand he's saying, he blames the mother, the girl's been lied, and all that. But at some point, I just think, and I'm not a parent, I just think at some point, if you find yourself in these situations, you have to make an effort to be there for your child. What the mother's saying, understood. But at some point, were you allowed visitation? Then it has to be communication on a regular basis. And I think because the mother's the main parent, obviously, that's the managing conservator, as they say in the court papers. The main thing about it is this right here. If you can meet and communicate and say, hey, I understand what your mother's saying. Let's just you and I have lunch. Don't even address it. Let's just have lunch. How you doing today? Can you check in on the phone, a weekly phone call? How you doing? How's school? Is everything okay in the home? Do you need anything? So I think it's so important to establish those relationships early, not to run away and say, oh, well, mom allegedly is giving the girl misinformation. There's drama. It's her fault. You can't run from it. We're talking about a child. You got a human being. This is your DNA. I think you got to stand there in your truth and be there. So when you're not there, they're only hearing one side of the story. And if you're not there to debunk it, or if you cannot debunk it with your actions, who do you think the child's going to believe? My thing, they're going to probably be the one who's there every day, taking care of them, making sure they have food, water, shelter, clothes, and the whole 9 yards. And sure, he said he's been paying child support for this child before she even entered the world. He was being there financially. That's the video that I saw. That's what he said. So at the same point, when it gets contentious, when it gets, when the relationship it falls apart, you have to be there. Because if not, again, who's the child going to believe? That's my thought. But this right here, I think the young woman has made her own decision. So I'm not going to say that she's not influenced. That's possible. But she's made her own. She's 22 years old, not 12. And she got on social media. So on that, I just, to say it's the mother's fault, I think the young woman did what she wanted to do. And I can say at least she said that he ignored her. Hey, she got his attention now.
With the lies and misinformation she gave her.
But see, again, if you're there and active in your child's life, I think over time you can counteract that. You can counteract that. That's my belief.
The only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle is her mother. I'm disappointed that her mother would let our child, filled with the lies and misinformation she gave her, I am upset and disappointed that her mother would let our child get on the internet and conduct herself like that, knowing she's the reason we're in this situation. Wow. Now that's flat out wrong. And I hope you are listening to me. I hope you are listening to me wherever you are, Mama Smurf. Wherever you are, Mama Smurf, I'm extremely disappointed in you.
And I can kind of imagine in my mind, I know about you guys, how this lunch, if they do have it, is going to go. I can kind of imagine. And listen, at this point, he could sell tickets to the show. And you're gonna have to, if you do that, you're gonna have to, of course, sir, cut the mom and daughter in. But I can imagine how this is, I'm afraid it might go. I think they may get to a point, some things that may hurt may be said, and everybody needs to just kind of listen to each other, get that part over with, answer the questions, stay calm, stay calm, stay calm. And if we can find a way to repair, try to find a way to move on. I think the main key is two things: not to get emotional, it's going to be very hard, I think, and to stay calm. But yeah, this right here, that's, it sounds like to me he's placing blame. That's who he's holding responsible.
This information she gave her, I pointed that her mother
So,
is her mother.
so he has made it clear he's disappointed in who? The mother.
The only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle is her mother. Is her mother. I'm disappointed that her mother would let our child, filled with the lies and misinformation she gave her, I am upset and disappointed that her mother would let our child get on the internet and conduct herself like that, knowing she's the reason we're in this situation.
So he's saying that the mother is the reason that they're in this situation. So am I to interpret that maybe the mother's the reason that he stayed away? And did the mother keep the child away from him? Like, leave leave the country, leave Philly, and then tell him where she was. That's what I want to know when I hear things like that. How did she keep you away from your child, or was it so toxic that maybe did he feel like I can't be around? He's blaming, for what I hear on his video, the mom.
Is her mother. I'm the only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle is her mother. Is her mother. I'm disappointed that her mother would let our child, filled with the lies and misinformation she gave her, I am upset and disappointed that her mother would let our child get on the internet and conduct herself like that, knowing she's the reason we're in this situation. Now that's flat out wrong. And I hope you are listening to me. I hope you are listening to me wherever you are, Mama Smurf. Wherever you are, Mama Smurf, I'm extremely disappointed in you.
You heard the man, you heard the doctor, Dr. Umar Johnson. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. It sounds like he's saying, he made it clear she's the reason that they're in this situation. I'm just trying to find out. I would like to know, rather, why would you not see the child? Were you blocked from seeing the child? Did you go over there and you were told, don't come here? Did she get some kind of TRO? Did she leave the country? But he's blaming the mother. So there is a whole lot that we don't know. Okay, I'll say from my perspective that we don't know about this, but it's a lot. So he's headed back to child support court with the youngest daughter's mom. He's blaming, the one that came out and exposed him. And I wish her well in her endeavor. I wish her well in her YouTube career. Honestly and truly, I just wish they could come together and maybe have a talk. It needs to be a serious talk followed up by actions, because that's the only way to fix this. Sitting down having lunch one time, I don't think it's going to fix it. And sometimes the damage can be there. I think it's going to be a hard road for this guy. But to get there where you can have a trusting relationship with the daughter, she's grown. I think he may have to eat some humble pie, because again, if what he's saying is true, the child she's one influenced the mom that's been there for her, that's raised her. You haven't been there. You haven't been there. You're not going to have much to stand on, but you can speak your truth. So I just hope they can reach a point where there is healing. That's the main thing. There is healing, and maybe they can have a relationship that extends beyond the YouTube. That maybe one day they can look at this and say, hey, remember this happened at, we healed it, we fixed it, we're moving on. Hell, maybe they can get a show going on together. You never know. But this right here, it's a very serious, it's shocking. I've always heard rumors about it. People in the comment section telling me things like, oh my God, that kind of thing. It's very hurtful. But yeah, this here, this might be the biggest show for him yet. I'm telling you, you could literally sell tickets. All that's missing is the restaurant and the place. You could sell tickets and make a lot of money. I kid you not. Getting paid off of pain. Hey, it's life, it happens. So anyway, what do you guys think? So he's headed back to child support court, wanting more money. That's going to probably put his finances more out there in the street. And I'm sure someone's going to be watching for the court papers to come up. Oh my gosh. If they did court TV on that one, boom, that would really that would probably make some money. So headed back to court. You got this with the internet, and then now trying to have a conversation, and hopefully he didn't say it, but I'm saying it. He says they're going to fix it, so make amends with the daughter, not just her, but if there are 4 different baby mothers, might have to make amends with all 4, whoever he's not, in communication with. But let me know what you all think. Do you think he's right to be upset with the mother? Can you blame the mother for the actions of a 22-year-old adult? Can we blame the mom? Is he using, you think, the mom as a scapegoat? Let me know what you all think. There is profit and pain, and this here is a very, very painful situation. It's very painful situation for parties involved, and I don't find it laughable. When they had the whole thing was happening, because behind this right here, the videos, there's got to be some serious pain experienced by the kids. Maybe by him, but definitely by the daughter. And if she's not the only one, then maybe the other kids. She seemed to have a lackadaisical attitude when she mentioned about, she pretty much he wanted conversations, what she wanted. She seemed to pretty much, kind of seemed to give up on the notion of having a relationship. Had a lackadaisical attitude about that. And I find that sad. So anyway, let me know what you think. This is kind of turning into what I see as a circus. The Umar Johnson show. Come get your tickets, folks. Listen, this right here, here's what I suggest. Go ahead, have lunch, record it, stream it. And you know what could happen? The money from the show, I'm telling you, you could sell tickets to it. You could sell tickets to it. If you really want to take it there from a business point of view, and I think it should be handled personally, but it's out. You can't. The cat's out the bag right now. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. If you really, really want to want to try something, here's what I say, because it's out there. If they're not going to handle it behind closed doors, Dr. Umar, let's get the money game up, and the money should be given to the daughter. Okay, pay for your expenses. You and the mom, money to the daughter. Go ahead and have lunch. Okay, have lunch at a restaurant. Might need special seating, but you can go ahead and record the video. Have lunch at the restaurant. We're going to go ahead and get our money making skills on and record the video, upload it. Now, since he's the most requested scholar, he knows about speaking engagements. Next thing you need to go ahead and do, and you can maybe possibly use the school. Okay? Each school has an auditorium. You know what you should do? You, the mom and daughter, since it's out there, you, the mom and daughter on stage. And then we can do a Q&A. The Q&A will be recorded. Do a Q&A. You can sell tickets. The tickets in the front, rows 1 through 30, is $10. Rows 30 and back, or half many rows are, it's going to be $5. But up front, the first 10 to 15 rows, those are $10 a seat. Seats on back are going to be $5. So have the luncheon, then get on stage, do a Q&A with you, the mom and the daughter, and we're going to keep it raw and uncut and keep it real and let people answer questions. It might get a little hot, and that's okay. You can handle it. You're a man of the world. So yeah. And the money should go to the daughter. That's my take on it, folks. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.